So it's time for another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. Throughout the history of this channel, I have gotten a bunch of requests for how to create a dialogue system. Now, I don't know yet how to create the perfect dialogue system, but I have come up with one way to imitate it. So you could walk up to, say, a machine and you will get three different answer possibilities to a question, and then you can push like three different buttons and then get three different results. So what I've done is I've created this whatever it is, it's a question. So you have this question: riddle me this, what's the purpose of life? And then you can press either R, T, or Y. And depending on what you press, different things will happen. For example, if you press R to have fun and stuff, then this is what you get. I'm sorry, computer says no, please try again. And then that will be visible for like 3 seconds, and then you will pop back to this. And then if you try T to be freaking miserable, then you will get, I'm sorry, computer says no, and since you're so extremely negative, you get the added bonus of being dead in about 10 seconds. And then, after 10 seconds, you will die. And then, if you press Y, I don't know, damn it, then you get this: yes, this is perfectly correct. Life is simply an unknowable mystery. Continue the journey, young master. So, I don't know if this will be characterized as a dialogue system or something else, but at least that's what I'm going to show you how to create now. And you won't have to create these images for yourself. You can simply just go up to unrealtutorials.com in your browser, downloadable content, textures, and then scroll down and down and down and down, and here you have it. So just download now and you will get a package with these images in it. So now it's a while since I did this the last time, so I might stumble a bit, but I do have some helpful images around me, so I bet we will get this to work. So as usual, I'm using the first person template. I'm just gonna delete this and I will save. So we can go and create a folder for the question images. So I'll just call it Q&A. Oh, that's not possible. Q&A HUD. Let's say that. Q&A HUD. And inside this, I will... Oh, I closed it now, didn't I? Here we go. I will add this. And I will create a widget blueprint. And I will call it Q&A HUD widget. Simple as that. And then save all. So the next thing is, okay, let's create all the elements. So take a blueprint class and then an actor, and we will call that just simply the riddle box, because that's what this is. It's gonna be a riddle. So let's say you get to a door and you will get the riddle, and either you answer correctly or you will die. But first we can set up the images. So I will start by creating 4 images and drag them down to the canvas panel. First one will simply be called question. And so we go to brush, image, And if you're using mine, then you can simply search for question like this and drag it out. Let's see. They are 512 by 256. 512 by 256. Oh, no. We need them. 1080 by 512. 720. Okay, let's not care about that. Let's just have them be like this. Take it in the middle. Okay, I need this to be right. At least approximately right, so 1300 by 720. Now, next image, down to the canvas panel, and call this answer R. That's the first one. In its image, search for answer R. And then we know it's 1300 times 720. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. The only thing that's important is that you actually learn this. New image, drag it down. Call it answer T. Search for answer T. Down here, size X 1300 times. And then lastly, answer Y. Brush image, answer Y. Drag it down, size X, 1300, 720. Like that. Okay, you know, you can click these little eyes to turn this the individual layers on and off. Let's make it minus 680 and then minus 300, and then do that for all of them. What? I said minus 680. Next, minus 680 minus, no. What? Okay, that's strange. That's because this one is at 40%. Yay, so that's not correct. Now try it again. I'm a little bit tired, so you have to bear over with me. Minus 680, minus 300. And lastly, Y. Minus 680, minus 300. So now they're all exactly on top of each other. Then compile and save. But we do not want any of them to be actually visible except for the question. So go into each one of them and find behavior, visibility, visible, hidden. Do that for all of them except for a question. Like that. and then compile and save. Okay, so have a little bit of water. Now we can enter the Riddlebox Blueprint class. And this would be like a computer or something if I had that type of a static mesh, but I don't. So just take add component and take static mesh, and I'm just gonna search for cube, shape, cube. Here we go. If you don't want to see this root object, then click it and just check off the visible on the rendering. Okay. Now the cube will just be dragged out a little bit and up a little bit and like this. And we will give it a material. I don't know what. Skybox black. Ah, not a skybox, man. Okay, let's use that. So that's the computer screen. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful computer screen. Compile, save, and go into the leveling it again, and just drag it in. And here we have our god awful computer screen. And I'll just place it over here. Now, next, add component, search for collision box. This is what will activate the riddle, you could say. Yeah, that should be good. Compile, save, let's see. So it's on the other side, yes. Turn it around then, like that. And take the screen into the wall like that. Okay. And save. So now we will start the tricky part. It's not that tricky, it's just a lot of nodes and whatever. And as I said, there might be better ways. There is better ways to do this, but you know. So with the trigger box selected, go into the event graph, and delete this, and right click. Oh, okay. Select the trigger box again, and do it this way. Then scroll down on component begin overlap. Now, when you overlap that, you want to display the screen, so, or the question. So take widget, create widget. Search for your Q&A HUD widget. Then add to viewport. The target is the widget, surely. And likewise, you want, when you exit the screen area, you want the question to be removed. So select the trigger box again, and then right click, add event for box, collision, add on component end overlap. And we will drag this out and search for remove from viewport. If it doesn't show, click the context sensitive, and it doesn't show, that means it has changed. So just take remove instead, remove from parent, like that, and then connect it to that widget as well, so it knows what's what. So when you enter it, you want to enable input so you can press the keys. So that's the next step. So drag out this and search for enable input. And the input will be get player controller, so just right click in the middle here and search for get player controller, and then connect enable input to that. And also, when we end the overlap, we want to disable the input, so drag this out and search for disable input and connect that to this. So to make this more viewable, we will select all, press C, and end overlap riddle box. And I'm gonna give it a color green, and I'll do the same for the above one. C, begin overlap riddle box, and it will be green too. So okay, now we will start with the actual buttons. So right click and then search for R, and here you go. So when you press R, you want to show the other layer, so just take widgets, create widgets, and we will use the same widget, and then add to widget viewport like this. But then we want to remove the question screen and add the answer screen. Okay, so next now is to take remove from parent, and then drag out target and search for the name of that layer, which we know is question. So drag this out and search for question. It doesn't show, so uncheck the context sensitive, and here you go. Get question. And the target, of course, is this HUD widget. So now we have removed the question, and we want to set the visibility for the answer R layer. So drag out this and search for set visibility. That's not the right one, so we will try without dragging that out. Set visibility. Again, that's not the right one. Is it because of the context sensitive? Set visibility. No. Okay, what if I search for the answer then? Get answer R, is that right? That's the first one, yes. Okay, so we get that and then drag that out and set visibility. Still, it's wrong. What am I forgetting? Okay, widget set visibility. That's what we want. This happens every time. So then connect answer R to that, and you can see in visibility it's already visible. Let's see, I'm just gonna make this a little bit more beautiful, and then connect target to the same widget, of course. So this is that answer, to have fun and stuff, but since that's wrong but it doesn't do anything, we want it to be removed once you have seen it. So I'm just gonna create a delay after it and let it be visible for like 3 seconds, and once that is done, we're gonna set a new visibility. So I'm just gonna copying that, and we will make the question first we will take the same answer, copy, and we will hide that again. Connect it to the same widget. I hate overlapping cables, blueprint cables, by the way. Okay, so we're gonna copy this one more time, connect this, and then we will take the question. Copy this, and we will make it visible. Okay, I'm not gonna use too much time in making these cables look good. Okay, so let's just see if it works. There we go. Boom. And then when I press R, yes. Okay. At least it works. So go back. Now, we will create an individual disable enable input after pressing the key box in here. So right click and then take disable input and create an enable input, and then create a get player controller. Then connect these like this. Now, immediately after having pressed the key, you want to disable the ability to press another key, because we don't want to add, you know, multiple layers upon over each other, above each other, on top of each other. Yeah. So as long as this program, you could call it, is running, it should not be possible to press another key. So as soon as it has been pressed and is released, we will connect this release to disable input. And then when this function, or whatever we should call it, is done, we will enable the input. So let's select this and comment and disable enable input after pressing a key. And then give it, let's say it's red. No, let's say it's this weird color. Like that. Okay. Let's go back and see. Make sure I can't add multiple layers. So it comes and I press R and I press R and R and R, and since it's transparent on the top and the bottom, we see that even if I press R more, I can't press R again and they don't come more, so that's good. But we can go in and out and it opens and closes, but while we are pressing R, it won't be removed. And the way to fix this is simply, let's see, to take this return value and drag it down to remove from parents on the first one. Then that should be fixed. So compile and save and see if it's correct. I press R and I go out, and now it works. So this is how we want it. Now, let's take the next button. But first, take all of these. See, what? That's a little too inclusive, don't you think? Like that. And the comment should be answer R. And the color should be blue. So, next one. That will be the answer T. That's the wrong answer. the wrongest answer there is. So right click and press T. And here we can probably borrow something from this. So we can borrow create HUD, add to viewport, remove from parent, set visibility, and delay. So copy, go here, paste. That's Control C to copy, Control V to paste, in case you don't know. So this will happen after the T button is pressed. Okay, so still it's the question layer that is removed. But this time we want to set the answer T to be visible. So search for answer T, uncheck context sensitive, get answer T. Connect it to this and connect it to the widget. But we don't need anything more after this because this is, this kills the player. So we're gonna set a delay here for not 10 seconds, but 5 seconds. And after that, we're just gonna take quit game, but you can do whatever you want, but that's okay for now. And the same when the button is released, it's gonna disable the input, but this time we're not gonna enable it again after dead, of course. So we're gonna select all of this, C, call it answer T, and this one will be red. Compile, save, let's see if it works. So I press T, I can't leave, can't do anything, and then I die. So that's what we want. I get an error here, but that won't show up if you play it in standalone mode. So that's done. Next, we will take the last one, which is answer Y. And that's the right answer. And by now you know this, So we're gonna copy this, create, add to viewport, remove from parent, and set visibility. And the question. So Control C, and I'm gonna create that down here. Right click, nope, just control like this. And then right click and press Y. Like this. And we can connect this, let's see. We can connect the released to the disable input. And here we will set the layer answer Y. So target, is this falling over me now? So I'm searching for answer Y, get answer Y. Boom. And what should happen after that? I don't know. Let's just see what happens. So you press R. Oh, that's not right. And we know we can't press T, so we press Y. Yes, it's right. It's right. Well, we want it to be removed when we leave the spot, surely. So return value for the widget. Connect it to remove from parents. But what happens after that? What happens when you actually make it? Well, this is where you will, connect it to the door, so the door opens or whatever. Instead, we can just have a delay here for 2 seconds. And then, I don't know, maybe we could take the box, the static mesh, get it, and then set visibility. Compile, save. So you go in here, Y, boom, and there the door is open. Yeah, but then it will be better to delete the actor, the whole blueprint thing, because then you won't. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's it. I hope it was you know, that you learned something that you can use. Answer Y. And it will be, oh, that's a nice color, yes. So at least this is doable, but I would urge you to learn the real way to create a dialogue system. But this works for riddles and, you know, computer programs in the game. And as soon as you know this, you can actually have a lot of fun with it. So that should be useful, and have a great day.